One of the hallmarks of Robotech is you just never can get enough. Is the story never ends. Everybody talks about, oh, finally, we need closure, we need closure. But Robotech is just about the ongoing story where the stories are so rich and you're so interested and invested where it left off. You have to see the next one. And what we're that leads on to Robotech Academy.
For the past 30 years, the Robotech franchise has given audiences some of the most outstanding science fiction drama to ever be seen. Set against a futuristic backdrop, these stories show humanity's struggle for survival against all odds. In 2014, work has begun on the next exciting chapter of this saga, Robotech Academy.
And so for this one, we have a different set of characters, some familiar, some new, and some of the familiar ones will be carrying on some of familiar roles from before. We have to keep some of them a surprise, but judging by which actors that we're lining up, some people can put 2 and 2 together, of course. So. But one of the characters that we've let out, like the leadership of the Robotech forces, like of course there's always Admiral Hunter.
Robotech is all about life experiences and characters and relationships. So what's going to happen with Rick is that he's going to face some insurmountable odds, both with respect to the technology in space and everything that they're fighting. But also with the relationships in his life. And all of that's going to come into play and make for even more interesting stories. So the basic premise is, as the SDF-3 leads the Robotech expeditionary forces out to look for the Robotech Masters, the best and the brightest kids of all of these best and brightest soldiers and that have been fighting this war are left behind. And they are all brought into an academy. The Robotech Academy, where they have the finest education, the latest technology, and the best and brightest of the humanity on Earth. And because of that, they become a target. And so in order to save themselves, they have to hijack the Academy, so to speak, using some fold technology. And they leave Earth, the entire Academy, trying to go after the expeditionary force. And it's all about what happens and the relationships with all these characters. And it all takes place in the timeline of the Sentinels. Oh, my Robotech fighter, of course. We're like buddies, It's we went through a lot together.
I would say that my favorite piece of technology was the Cyclone. Is the fact that a motorcycle could wrap around you and you could wear it made that very, very unusual among the mecha. It made it very personal, and so that's why I appreciated that design so much. And plus the fact that it was so complicated to transform, that if you could figure out how to transform that thing, that in itself was a bragging right back then, for a little kid. This is a Robotech, a new Robotech production that can happen with fan support, and this is where the fans who support us get to get recognized for their support.
It's an epic story. The Robotech the saga continues, and it can continue, and the best way for it to continue is for Robotech Academy to come into fruition. And so, if you want to see more of us and hear it and keep following the story, support the show.